Greetings, Attorney Cheshire DeBrosse here, munitionsgroup.com, munitionsgroup.com. Be sure to like that little icon in your screen, to follow us on YouTube and on social. It's been a while, everybody. I'm sorry I've been absent. Starting off 2026, though, with a bang. We're really going to press hard and getting you a lot more content out there. My goal is to at least get 2 videos, longer form videos a month, and we're going to actually look at doing some YouTube shorts as well and some other platforms for munitions information that's relevant to the industry. You guys have been with me for a while. I've been around a while, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping you guys all apprised of the goings on. Well, something came across my desk recently. It's a California case, and I wanted to get a video out to let you guys know what's going on out there. SHOT Show's coming up, by the way, so we're going to talk about that briefly today. And then just moving forward, I also want to touch briefly today on restoration. So let's talk about SHOT Show first. For those of you that don't know, SHOT Show is the big industry conference that's held every year in January out in Vegas. Our law firm will be there. My law partner is going to be attending. I will not, unfortunately, be able to make it this year. Maybe next year. I've been there many, many times. It's a good time. Get to see a lot of old friends, and a lot of things happen in the industry. So if you have the opportunity and you're in the industry, make sure you make it to SHOT. Secondly, restoration rights. We're still waiting on the federal government to release the application. My anticipation has always been January, and with the government shutdown, that might get pushed back. So I'm hoping that'll come out soon, and we'll be able to get some of these applications out to the federal government. I checked the DOJ website earlier this week, and it still said coming soon. So that's where that's at, if anybody's wondering. And then today, the subject of our discussion is going to be Baird v. Bonta out of California. This case came down recently. So what this case basically is about open carry in the state of California. So up until 1967, open carry was generally legal to exercise in the state of California. And then 1967 all the way up to 2012, you could do it, but it had to be an unloaded firearm, which makes zero sense to me. It seems very nonsensical to carry around an unloaded gun, but that's the way it worked. Then in 2012, they banned it. So what the ban, though, was contingent on populace. So if your county had a population of over 200,000 people, then it was banned in the county. And if it was under 200,000 people, you could do it, but you needed to get a license to do it. This ban, if you will, covered roughly 95% of California. Even in the small counties, you still, again, had to apply for that license if you wanted to open carry a firearm. Even in states, though, with less than 200,000 in the counties with less than 200,000 people in California, even in those counties, it wasn't really clear if a license had ever actually been issued for open carry. So there was that as well in the factual background. So Mr. Baird wanted to be able to open carry a firearm, which is what gave rise to this case. Now, remember our background here in jurisprudence. We have the Heller case from 2008, the year I graduated law school, which is a pivotal case in Second Amendment jurisprudence, holding that the Second Amendment is an individual and not a collective right of the militia, right? Not a National Guard right, if you will, but an individual right that you or I, as citizens of this country, can exercise. And then the question became after that, it was, well, do the states have to respect that? Is this something, as we call under the law, incorporated to the states? And the ruling came down a couple years after Heller in a case out of Chicago, McDonald v. Chicago, that said, yes, it is. So the states have to abide by this. The states' regulations can't be an affront to the Second Amendment either, right? And then we have the third and most recent case, the Bruin case, which stated what is the analysis to determine if a law that's been passed to regulate the Second Amendment is constitutional or not. Traditionally, we do an interest balancing on in constitutional law when we're analyzing a law to see if it violates the Constitution. Is it a reasonable basis? Do we apply strict scrutiny? These different levels of balancing the government's interest versus the civil liberties of the citizen. And this was clear to me. Even in Heller, they said that would not apply. But even after Heller, the court started to do that. So Bruin came along and said, no, actually, you can't do that. We have to take a historical analysis approach to this. Basically, does the law that's at issue comport with the history and tradition of firearm regulation in the United States going back to the time that the Second Amendment was ratified and put into place? So in the Baird case, this case we're talking about today, Mr. Baird sued the California Attorney General alleging open carry ban was unconstitutional, and that was in 2019. He lost at the district court level. This was after Bruin, and he appealed that to the Ninth Circuit, where he did win. It was a 2-1 decision. 2 Trump appointees voting in favor, and one George W. Bush appointee voting against. The court found that under the Bruin standard, banning open carry was not in keeping with the history and tradition of firearm regulation in the United States. So on its face, at least at that point in time, for Mr. Baird, that was kind of the end of the case. However, he did not stand on that decision. He went forward and appealed it further. Just a little bit more history again. Like I said, from 1850 to 1967, open carry was fully legal in California. And then from 67 to 2012, you could do it, but it had to be unloaded. And then from 2012 to the present day, it was generally banned, except for these counties under 200,000 in population. The court said that because open carry was legal at the time of the Second Amendment and the time of the 14th Amendment, which incorporates it to the states, that open carry ban itself in California was illegal itself, and it was struck down in its entirety. They said basically this was a clear-cut case. When we look at this and analyze this from a historical standpoint, it's very clear of what the founders intended. They indicated that open carry shall issue licensing scheme could be legal. So again, this is the proposition that, okay, you can open carry, but you need to be licensed to do so. But it's not a may issue. They have to grant it. They shall issue it to you if you otherwise qualify. So what's next? The governor, our wonderful Governor Newsom of California, has said that they will appeal. Not surprising. The decision is not yet in effect. It's unknown if they're going to ask for a stay. And if they do, that stay may or may not be granted pending the appeal. So whether or not you can open carry in California, not really clear yet on how the government's going to react to the decision. My bigger concern is an en banc review where the entire panel of the appeals court will hear the case again, not just three judges or justices, and they could overturn that decision and come up with a new decision. This has happened multiple times on gun issues in California. So a favorable gun decision is frequently, again, overturned in the Ninth Circuit with an en banc review. And then obviously from there, whoever, if they decide to appeal it, win or lose, would go to the U.S. Supreme Court. So that's where we're at on California. I'm going to try to get some more information out to you guys on restoration as things are heating up at the beginning of the year. Just to kind of circle back around to that, I told you that the applications for restoration are not out yet for federal restoration of gun rights. However, the comment period ended on October 20th, and then from there they have to address the comments, publish the final rule, and get the application out. But then we went ahead and jammed through a government shutdown in the midst of that, which I think is going to push everything back. So please drop your comments in the comment section below. I'll try to read some of them, get some questions answered, and keep more content coming to you. And as always, remember to be safe out there and carry on.